What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime review. I have my boy Pony with me. He can say hi.
Hello.
And yeah, guys, we're almost pretty much caught up. One more episode left, and then we're caught up, and then the next episode is going to come out. But we will be caught up by the time the next episode comes out. I promise you. If you actually missed, yeah, we will. We promise. We promise. If you actually check out, if you want to check out the previous episode reviews, there's a list in the playlist down below. Also, check out my boy Pony's Twitch. He does stream a lot. I encourage you to check that out. But let's get into this episode. So this episode, I kind of felt was sort of like a filler episode, I would say. Because
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was kind of just Team Rocket noticing that Ash is in school, like understanding that Ash is in school. But before we actually get into that, this episode is also about Lana. Lana has a lot to do with this, and Popplio is trying to, blow up this bubble?
Yeah, she has a dream where she wants Popplio to blow a bubble big enough for her to travel the whole ocean, like underwater.
Yeah, she has a riding Lapras, but that's fine. If she wants to go underwater, that's fine. I mean, there ain't no submarines or anything like that I'm sure this water Pokemon expert can't use. But yeah, basically, in the beginning of the episode, after she tells Ash about the dream and they try to make the balloon, of course it's gonna pop. It's the beginning of the episode. The good part about the end would be, well, you can already notice when you're watching the episode that it's going to end up with a dude making the bubble, obviously, or some type of bubble. Like, they're failing enough in the beginning to recognize that's the end of the episode. They're going to get a bubble. But you keep going in the episode, and like I mentioned, Team Rocket finds out that Ash is in school. And I actually laughed a lot at what Jessie said. She was like, why is this kid in school? This is boring. And I thought it was so funny. I also thought it was really weird at Team Rocket. I'm like, why are you guys watching Ash go to school when you could actually be taking advantage of this and go out and catch Pokemon throughout the island?
Yeah, Team Rocket doesn't think like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's the writers that do it, but it's just like the way I think. Like, I don't think they should be stalking Ash and trying to learn his schedule. If anything, if they learn his schedule, they should use that to their advantage and get on out of there and start catching Pokemon. I mean, they've shown they already know how to. James befriended the Beware already. They all befriended the Beware, which loves them. And Jessie already caught Mimikyu. So
yeah,
they show that they can actually catch Pokemon if they try, or at least have Pokemon with them if they try. But this episode, you could talk about like what was the point, like what they learned at school and whatnot, if you want.
To be honest, I don't even really know.
Yeah, I mean, the main point was they were just going fishing. That's like the main thing that happened.
They were just talking about fishing and all that stuff. But what we should talk about though is I think the part we skipped over the Popplio flashback.
Yeah.
And she found them. Team Skull was just bullying this little Popplio on the beach, man. Like, they're all just beating him up.
That's why they don't like Team Skull. That's why Team Skull is a joke, bro. How are you gonna beat up little baby Pokemon for that? Yeah,
she saved him though, and then they became friends. It was kind of touching. She didn't want him to not hate humans. Like, she wanted him to like humans.
No,
she wanted to hate him.
It was really nice, and she ended up being, good partners with Popplio. And basically, the gist of this episode of what happened was they went to the sea because they were supposed to be learning fishing and whatnot. And of course, Lana's amazing at fishing. This is what she does. It's obviously what she does. And Team Rocket has the idea, oh yeah, we're gonna follow Ash and try and get all these riding Pokemon, because they learned about riding Pokemon, and they were so impressed that people could actually ride them. We kind of skipped over the fact that Ash went to Lana's house and met her little sisters.
Yeah, and we found out the groundbreaking information that Pikachu is popular in the Alola region. Like, there's no way Pikachu would be popular in this region, just like he's so popular in every other region.
I was actually wondering if they would let Pikachu electrocute the two little kids. Because I was like, his buttons are definitely being pressed right now. Where's the electricity when you play with his pouches? So that ends up happening. They end up going to sea and whatnot.
Wait, because you were talking about that. He did electrocute the ball, and they showed the outside view of the house, and the Lapras was so like, surprised. Whoa. Yeah, he's like, whoa.
What actually happened?
That was hilarious.
Yeah, so they get to sea, right? And basically, Team Rocket follows them. And, Lily, what the hell was Lily? Was she an astronaut? Like, what was she actually trying to wear?
That part was funny. They were all fishing. They all had their custom lures. and she was wearing like an old school spacesuit looking like that. It was like a diver suit, an old diver suit.
She really hates touching Pokemon. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. She just hates. I don't know. She's probably scarred or something. Something probably happened.
Something has had to happen. Something definitely had to happen. I don't know if that's going to tie in with the game or whatnot, but I'm excited to see what happens because the characters are definitely going to develop as we keep going. We already see that they're reoccurring characters all the time. So yeah, they're like the new group, I guess you could say. So Team Rocket, basically Team Rocket tries to capture when they all have lunch. If I'm not mistaken, they were having lunch. They stopped for like a break or whatnot. Yeah, after this Milotic popped out of nowhere. That girl fished for a Milotic. Do you know how hard it is to fish for Feebas, guys? Did any of you play Ruby Sapphire? Do you know how hard it is? It was like, what is it, 1 or 2 spots, I think?
No, yeah,
there's 6 tiles.
I remember. It was that part in between the 6th and the 7th gym where you had to walk down. It was like raining. It was right after you got the cast form and the Kecleon. You had to go in that little part and fish.
And this girl had the audacity to fish out the evolution. Like,
okay, but Sophocles was like, okay, no, that's rare. That shouldn't happen.
That's not okay. You don't deserve that.
She freaked out too. She was.
That boy was jealous. Yeah. But basically, they take a little break from that, and then Team Rocket decides, oh, we're gonna capture everything. You know, the way Team Rocket does it, they actually. I like how they say, oh, we got some of these worthless Pokemon, like the little baby Whelmers.
Rowlet was just chilling on the Lapras they were riding. He was asleep. Asleep.
So they pick him up, and how did they break the net again? It was with Rowlet and Pikachu.
I think it was.
I know the part where Pikachu jumped off Rotom, which was really sick.
Pikachu used Iron Tail.
Yeah.
And when Pikachu used Pikachu jumped off Rotom, which was cool. Rotom didn't know what was going on. But Pikachu used Iron Tail, cut the net, and James goes, "That's our unit of ride Pokemon." Like right before they were just talking about we don't need these useless ride Pokemon, and then
it just changes his mind. But basically, the Mons are about to fall. Of course, there happens to be giant rocks right under them. So of course, the water Pokemon of all the giant ocean, like of all the water in the sea, there has to be these giant rocks right where they're over. And then, like I was talking about in the beginning, you see Popplio. Popplio makes the giant, impossible balloon and saves them.
Yep.
But the best part of the episode was when Team Rocket was getting blown back, and you see Beware run on water to save them.
Bro, I'm watching it. Rowlet hits the balloon with the leaf edge, and I'm like, oh, they're about to blast off. Then they didn't blast off. And then they pan out, and they showed like this little dot, and then you see a big wave behind it, and you just see Beware running on the water. And Rotom goes, okay, there's a Beware that can run on water. Like, what? I need to add this to the dex. I don't know what's going on.
That was actually the best. Okay, I actually love the fact that they're not blasting off anymore and that they're using this Beware. The way we keep seeing it, I'm not sure if it's actually going to become one of their Pokemon or it's just going to be the new thing for saving them. I'm really not sure. Like, what do you think?
The thing is, when I look at Beware, he's a Team Rocket mascot, kind of. Like, he feels like he's like a dark, cute Pokemon, but he seems like...
Feels like James would get him, right?
Yeah, and he feels like he would be in an evil organization.
Exactly.
I don't know what's good with
this bear. Just loves him.
Like he doesn't want to see any ill will befall. Like
Team Rocket, it's like, these are my friends. I will save you always and bring you home and give you honey. I don't. Yeah. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. That's why I'm thinking it might be James because Cacnea loved James. Victory Bell was always eating James's face. I don't know if that was affection or hate. I have no idea. I never knew what that was. It didn't look like affection. Cacnea was affection. Cacnea was definitely affection, but Pokemon always loved James. So I don't know if eventually this Beware it's gonna like come with them in the Pokeball, and then the way it's gonna save them, it's just gonna jump out of the Pokeball always and run away with them. But that was still the funniest moment, easily, of the episode. Beware,
they keep doing stuff like that. I swear. Like I
don't think it could get old. That boy ran on. That Beware actually ran on water. He wasn't even using Surf, guys. He was running.
He was running.
You know how slow Beware is, guys? You know Beware's base speed? Beware functions well under Trick Room in competitive Pokemon. Beware is not a fast Pokemon. Yeah. But when you love them, Nah, but all in all, I think that was easily the best part of the episode. I mean, I felt like it was just a filler episode. Us understanding the backstory between Popplio and Lana.
It was good world building.
Yeah, it was just building it up.
Everything around. Yeah, building everything around.
It's good character development, you know? Us understanding the backstory of it and how I'm pretty sure Lana's going to get like stronger and more confident. Popplio's going to get more confident as the series keeps going.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody watching, feel free to tell me your thoughts. You can check out my boy Pony. You have anything else to add, buddy?
We should just one thing. The reason that they were fishing in the first place was because Ash was looking for another Pokemon, I believe.
Well,
I think he's still searching for Pokemon.
Yeah, well, Ash is definitely still looking for Pokemon, but I think it was just a school assignment, though, just to understand.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, well, you think he's gonna get a water type?
No, I don't. Like, that's what I'm saying. From us playing the games, what do you think he's gonna get at this point? I think he's gonna get the Litten, but then the other 4 are up in the air, or 3, however many he can have in his party. I don't know if Pikachu even counts anymore.
I don't even know. Does Rowlet count as his first bird Pokemon?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get the Pick-a-Peck. I think because he got the Rowlet.
Yeah, that's so weird, right? So I think Rowlet might actually never evolve.
Yeah, that's
and if it does evolve, it's gonna evolve into Dartrix and not evolve from there because he always has a flying type Pokemon. Then again, Decidueye can use flying type moves, so but it becomes Ghosts. So that's weird, right? Because guys, we see him getting the Rowlet, and then like normally he gets a flying type. Like Starly, Pidgey, whatnot. I mean, obviously a Caterpie in the beginning, but then you know, Pidgeotto after. Starly, just to name a few. The Fletch and whatnot. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Ash is getting another flying type, bro. I'm not sure.
I kind of want to see him get a Wimpod.
I want to see him get a Golisopod. You're definitely right. I want to see the Golisopod.
That would be cool in the anime because he would probably be like all scared and stuff. It would be
and then he becomes this giant monster that's fighting in some battle where Ash is about to die and the Pokemon saves him.
Or so, I don't know. I feel like he's not gonna get many. Like, he's gonna obviously have Rowlet, and he's gonna have. I think he's getting the Litten, and the Litten's gonna evolve all the way through.
I want to see him with Palossand.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know what typings he would get. That's
weird. Thing. It's weird, yeah, because he's getting all these mons with secondary typings that are like canceling out. Like typically, what do you have stuff before? Like the only secondary type I could think of, like Swellow, right? That's just normal flying. That's standard flying. But then, like I wouldn't see him getting a Delmise because he already has a grass type that also evolves into a grass ghost.
Yeah,
it's weird. I'm kind of hoping he gets a cool bug type. Like I always love when he had Heracross. I would love a Araquanid or Golisopod again. I don't know. What do you guys think down below? You can leave your thoughts. Like I said, check out my boy Pony, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.
See ya.